Shit, these boys are having the time of their lives. It's football time in Texas. You haven't tuned to the Bro 4 Squad podcast. I'm Matt, he's Jeff, and this is our review on 1999's MTV Studios' Varsity Blues. We have it paused as the Paramount Pictures sign is all the stars are over the mountain. You know what I'm talking about. So get there, pause us there. Are you there? Great. We're going to press play in Hut, Hike.
And I've already been sacked. I forgot MTV made movies. They made this and then that shitty one about how the SAT is racially biased.
That's true, though. It is racially
Yeah, no,
biased.
that one's not, but they're not wrong.
Remember the Spaceman?
Do I?
What the hell? Is MTV still studios?
No, this is really loud. This DVD only has French subtitles. The French can't win a fucking war, but they get their own subtitles on the Varsity Blues DVD. Congrats.
This is a star-studded cast, too.
Turn it down a little more.
James Van Der Beek in the only movie he's ever been in, I think.
We've talked about this, though. He's a talent. People shit on him. I don't know. I guess because Dawson's Creek is so fucking over-the-top poppy.
I never listened to Dawson's Creek or watched it because when it was on, I was like 8, and I was too busy getting late, I guess, to watch it. But
So if you at home haven't done a Bro 4 Squad movie commentary with us, welcome, of course. This is a movie where we're going to pay our tributes to Paul Walker, and then halfway through, as John Voight would like to do, we're just going to shoot ourselves up with cortisone.
or Corona Light and cocaine.
I thought that's what cortisone was. Look how technically sound this fucking ref is. This guy is the one, before the game, he practices in his fucking mirror in his room.
If it's not Ed Hockley flexing his muscles, I'm just kind of out on it. Really don't care.
God, Moxon, what a talent that guy was.
If you really want to be a nitpicky bitch about this, I mean, we're not Collider or anything, but you can kind of pick on his southern accent, I guess, because it is really hard sometimes. Then here it's almost not even recognizable.
We can all relate to this, your dad just screaming at you for something you really don't care about.
Yeah, it's great. I loved Pee-wee when all the parents just screamed at him the entire time. It was a lot of fun.
And good for Billy Bob as a 7-year-old already getting that the number 69 will be funny. This was basically the equivalent in West Canaan, Texas of looking at porn. Looking at your old football photo.
I kind of like the brothers' dynamic in this, actually. He does a bunch of religious, and he like starts a cult and stuff. Hookah shell necklace.
How has James Van Der Beek not aged a day, but also looks 30 years younger in this movie?
It's weird how he's had Dawson's Creek this, and then he was in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And every role he did awesome. But he hasn't really been cast in anything else.
Hey, James, untuck your jersey. Leave some pussy for the rest of us, please.
Look how big that jersey was. It's definitely 1999 with everything baggy.
That's back before they had the jerseys that like went elastic around the pads. So when you would put on your shoulder pads, you would look like such a fucking loser.
I haven't had Captain Crunch forever.
I need some Captain Crunch
now. Oh my God,
now.
that looks awesome.
Jesus. Another thing, too, and if you're someone out there who is like, well, that's actually me, go take a long, hard look in the mirror. Guys who wear their class rings around, just stop. Well, no, Billy Bob.
This scene is iconic, but then the whole time I'm wondering, can't all of them drive? Why do they carpool in a small town?
Geiger, how many Earths do we have? That's what I thought. Limit your carbon emissions, people.
Because this is West Canaan, Texas, who really care about saving the environment.
Also, how's the pro-style quarterback going to have the speed to keep up with this truck? Now, in Not Another Teen Movie, the actor who plays Billy Bob basically plays the parody of himself. Yeah. I understand that this guy needs money, but that's almost like... It's not funny if you play it again. You know what I'm saying?
I love how the black running back has glasses and studying the playbook in the morning. It's awesome.
What's so awesome about that?
He's a film guy.
All right, coach's son. Brian Banner, who couldn't be with us tonight because of a soccer game, would like to say he would be a dual-threat quarterback. And Lance Harbor, my God.
This is Paul Walker's greatest role ever. He was born to play this role, and he is awesome in this.
If Paul Walker was still alive, rest in peace, we miss you, buddy. They probably would have done a sequel to this, like a reunion movie or something. And
it would have been awesome.
It would have been great to see.
With them all drinking in the stands, yelling at their kids, that'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be so great. Circle of life.
And they could have got all the actors pretty cheap besides, I guess, Paul Walker, because he's still pretty huge. But, I mean, this guy,
Scott Conn
how big of dick was Scott Conn right now? Came off this, Ready to Rumble. He was in the Boiler Room.
We need to do a Ready to Rumble
Ready to Rumble's awesome.
commentary.
And then in 2 years, he's going to be in Ocean's 11.
And his dad's Hollywood royalty?
Yeah. Surprised he kind of fizzled out.
Why is Billy Bob just chugging syrup out of the as if you do, if I don't have diabetes, I want to make sure I get it by third period. He does have to focus.
On getting ass.
We all had that guy in high school who's like, I haven't fucked a chick in 11 minutes. You're like, I'm just trying to do my history homework.
I love the frosted tips.
What's not to love?
This movie has a fucking fantastic soundtrack, too. Got AC/DC Thunderstruck and probably the greatest
This isn't Green Day.
Ever. This is Green Day, Nice Guys Finish Last, and Foo Fighters to end the movie. It's awesome.
Movies don't do that anymore now. Put together Guardians of the Galaxy is an exception, but movies don't put together badass soundtracks anymore. This is how I would ride up to school. Purposely park on the line because the parking spot is where I say it is.
Coyotes versus Bingville. Game tonight at 7.
Bingville likes to run that zone blitz.
Honestly, even if you were, an athlete or just kind of a nerdy kid in a band or a kid that wore a trench coat and shot up your school, you had to have loved Friday night football in high school.
Absolutely.
It's so fun.
What's the name of the blonde chick in this? She's in...
I don't know. Let me look
not obviously not Amy Smart. The main blonde chick. John Voight. Is that a denim shirt? Yeah, it is. Nothing says I'm here for business and not to party than I have a denim shirt on.
This is one of his best roles, too, I believe. He is great in this.
John Voight is a great actor, but he can only play one guy, the douchebag.
The dick.
And this is like a pass ball down the cock for him.
Allie Lauder is Darcy Sears.
She's in Final Destination also.
Yeah, and what's weird is Amy Smart is actually a blonde in real life, I believe.
Yeah, she is.
You know what else she's in that she's really hot in? Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yep.
With her and that Eliza
Dushku.
Yeah, that really hot chick.
Yep. Would.
And the chick that got naked in American Pie. All three of them are in that.
Shannon Elizabeth?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to her?
She married a director that was really ugly that didn't direct movies anymore. And
they loved each other.
They just kind of left Hollywood.
Where was Lance Harbor? Did they say where he was going to go to college?
Florida State.
Of course.
Which is really weird if you're in Texas. You never go to Florida State. You stay in-house.
The girls love it.
It's one of the...
His accent is rough, too, but I love Paul Walker so much I can't. Because he's from Cali, bro. He's trying to do the Texas accent.
In Texas, it's hard. In Dallas, there's not many accents because it's, there's a lot of people from different places. But I guess down in oil country, there probably are accents. But I think he could just do his normal accent and be fine.
Yeah. That's on the director.
That was better than the Tebow Promise.
Look
right
at the
there.
Beaks jeans right here. Jinko is like, God, this is going to move
some
product.
And if you had a hammer, you could just put it in that loop right there. Wouldn't go
That's
anywhere.
great. Hey, when you need to go from third period to fixing a fucking roof, carpenter pants.
The greatest thing ever is when you went to Old Navy. Where's your painter jeans at? I've never painted a house in my fucking life, but I have like 20. I have 20 pair of painter jeans. Stonewashed.
I just need that fucking loop there. It doesn't have to be functional. It just has to be there. And this, if you live in Texas, this is part of it, is that the town shuts down when it's Friday Night Football.
And you got some old dude with a crew cut that played and was on the state team back in 79.
He was on the 69 state runners-up in 69. They would have won if that damn ref didn't call him offsides. He got back in the neutral zone.
Well, the ref was from Bingville. Everyone knows that.
We thought that was a little suspicious, too. Vanderbeek, see, the backup quarterback is always the coolest and most collected guy. Because if I come in, this thing's probably shit up a creek anyway.
Or if I do, it's 42-0, so it doesn't really matter.
And I'm just going to hand the ball off 3 times. Scott Conn, so like the short white slot receiver, he's ahead of his time, really.
Exactly,
what this team's doing.
That wasn't even a thing yet.
No. You wanted a big guy on the outside who could run like a gazelle.
See, this is where the movie loses me. I get that John Voight's a dick and wants to do everything just to win another district title. But if you're going to Florida State, dude, who the fuck cares about high school?
100%.
Like, I know it's Texas football, but I don't give a shit about a state title if I'm going to Florida State. You know how much ass he could get at Florida State?
Have you seen the chicks at Florida State?
Jesus Christ.
Good block. Way to pick up that blitz. Harbor's
stepped up in the pocket, throw to your tight end.
Frozen rope. If you give Harbor a 5-step drop and a clean pocket, it's over. That's all she wrote.
That's just a little pitch and catch.
How much do you think the ad space on that scoreboard runs? I saw Main Street Pharmacy.
And also, how many colleges or high schools have a stadium named after the coach that's still coaching? That doesn't happen too often, I don't think.
Reading Kurt Vonnegut on the sideline. Nate Thurman, big listener of the pod, big Vonnegut fan. That Mike linebacker, who had him? Geiger.
Center let him go right by. That's a missed blocking assignment for sure. It's a hell of a throw.
How is he this
perfect spiral?
How is he such a well-kept secret?
It's so great. The
parents Dad's talking. South Park did it best.
Dude, the quarterback dad is the greatest dad in the stands ever.
Yeah, because he's basically the star, right?
Yeah.
Now, why would you have Lance be running quarterback draws here?
Just to pad his stats.
God, Billy Bob, you got to run behind him, right?
The concussion protocol coming in hot here.
Billy Bob is probably going to be a victim of... He probably has CTE right now as a junior in high school. This is me after 2 Jaeger bombs at the bar. My friends hovered over me. Hey, man, do you know what day it is? And I usually, for some reason, have a Coyotes helmet on. I don't know why I insist on going out like that. How much is his brain bleeding internally right now?
Not too much. He can see. He's not bleeding out of his ears yet. Not Another Teen Movie spoofs on this movie actually pretty well.
Yeah, because they have the concussion counter on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and
right?
we live in an era right now where spoof movies are not that good. In the kind of 80s, early 90s, they were at their prime for sure. But Not Another Teen Movie, pretty good spoof movie.
Yeah, the spoof movie really jumped the shark. Here's John Boyd. I don't want you having talent.
Why does he give a fuck what the backup quarterback's doing? Who cares?
Yeah, you care so much about Lance Harbor playing, you're shooting cortisone in his leg. Game ball. Got to do this.
He plays this exact role in Holes, too.
I've never noticed Scott Conn sucking his dick.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Scott Conn is just perfect in this.
I bet he improvised that. Do many high schools have the actual names on the back of the jersey?
Their actual names? No. Well, Texas maybe.
Yeah, he's got enough heart for all y'all. It's going to give out on him.
Paul Walker has played a high school role, and like she's all that, a ton of movies, and he gets so much ass every role he plays. It's awesome.
It's just too realistic.
Some painkillers.
Just a little bit. Just a little something. This guy, I love when you win and you're like, why are you?
Yeah.
Are you yelling for again?
I love it.
I just remembered that the plot line with their teacher in this.
And that's another great song. They have that's Van Halen Hot for Teacher.
Here's my ex-girlfriend drinking the beer. Why does he have the pig again?
That's his pet.
Oh, okay.
He's going to be baked in a couple weeks.
Is he feeding him to like kill him and eat him?
Darcy must be a freshman because remember when you have parties and the only chicks that dressed up like really hot and skanky were freshmen?
And the seniors were like sweatpants?
Yeah, and by the time they were seniors, they just didn't care anymore and they started to get fat.
It's a great thing about being a guy. When you get older, there's more chicks you can hit on. As a girl, less and less guys.
Yeah.
You're not going to hit on a younger guy. Amy Smart is kind of like a trashy, fuck you dad thing going on. I'm digging it. I miss the camcorder. It needs to come back. Everyone has one on their fucking
like
phone.
everyone now just have a phone out or something. I love this dude just smoking a fucking joint.
This dude looks 37 years old.
He is. He comes to these high school football parties with his leather jacket on. Look at that old Bud Light bottle.
Was he like class of 81?
If this is 99, probably, yeah. He didn't look like much of a football player either. He probably ran track or did golf or something.
I mean, he would have played if the coach didn't fucking hate him.
He's a kicker.
That's just hilarious. How does that hurt your leg? That's a plastic bat, dude.
You hit him in the nuts?
Well, he grabbed his leg. Oh.
Okay, let me get a plastic bat and hit you in the nuts right now.
No, but he grabbed his... If you hit me in the nuts, I won't grab my leg.
This is classic high school, too. Fucking in a room when there's like 800 people behind the door.
Yep. And when you open it, they're all outside just waiting because they know what's going on. How did they get access to alcohol? None of them are 21.
That's another plot hole.
That's the biggest plot hole. He's looking a little pale, don't you think?
And in high school, you just didn't chill and drink. You're like, how much can I drink to either fuck somebody I wouldn't fuck, pass out and puke, or get like some type of alcohol poisoning where I die?
Yeah, where I wake up in a yard that I don't know whose yard it is. Is that whiskey? What is that?
It's a Boilermaker. I think it's whiskey and beer.
Ugh. That's such a classic, like, fat guy haircut, too.
If you know what calling dinosaurs is, please comment below, because every time I hear that, I have no fucking clue what that means.
Nor do I.
I guess it means puke.
Is that because it's like the noise a dinosaur makes?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, well. But he's like, I kind of did see her Darcy's tit, though, for a second.
Dude, Lance Harbor with khakis and a button-up on. Probably Docker shoes. Or Doc Martens.
Billy Bob, that's just gross. I love the puking rally. I think it's one of the greatest American inventions that we have. Dad's at practice. That's always good.
There's a lot of great scenes. This is one of the best scenes, too. Is the dad's at practice watching him. The sheriff, like, is he off duty?
Who's protecting the entire town?
I hope he's off duty. I don't know.
Well, there's usually no crime during football practice.
Come on, what am I going to do? Catch a speeder? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. No. Shithead. That's always a good thing to call your backup quarterback.
That dude's name is Chet. It says it on his shirt.
Every town has a Chet. And he has a shirt, again, with his name on it.
That's the greatest quote ever. One time in college, we had to run so much we all puked, and our second baseman, after our last lap, said, "Shit, these boys are having the time of their lives," and we all started laughing.
You need a guy like that on the
dude,
team.
If you've ever, like, been in serious sports like this, it's not fun at all. Practice is not fun. The games aren't really even that fun because you're asked you the whole time.
We don't need to run the draw play. It's not 3rd and 18.
This is probably what Vince Young and Jeff Fisher went through.
Yeah, Vince Young seems as smart as Moxon.
Yeah, Vince Young definitely wouldn't be reading a book on the sideline, would he?
No. He'd be trying to just learn phonetics. You know, this type of behavior from John Voight is why he's estranged from Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, I don't get that. So that's her dad, right?
Yeah.
And they don't talk anymore?
They don't talk.
Why?
As the Selena Gomez song goes, we don't talk anymore. I mean, they're both really fucking weird, man. It's kind of hard to...
Who's her mom, then? Is she famous?
I have no idea who her mom is. Probably some hot brunette chick.
John Voight's not really a looker.
He's a grower, not a shower.
This guy's in a lot of movies, too. Can't name you one, but...
Nope. I love when you're 7 years old and your shitty future has already been decided for you. Isn't
you're like 7, and you're like, yeah, man, he's going to be a tight end.
And then he's going to work at this cement mixing plant in town. Oh, great. Well, let's aim high. Aim for the stars, and if we fall, we land on a cloud. I know that at the time it wasn't allowed, but this kid is definitely gay. The karate guy, right? Can we just...
I love that the parents are holding them back so they're bigger for football tryouts. That's awesome.
Ooh, mason jar.
This is just like a JCPenney back-to-school collection catalog, what they have on everything. It's awesome.
See, now, what the fuck was impressive about that?
I don't know.
Literally, my mom
could... A 10-yard pass,
It was a button hook. I mean, he's not having to look off the safety. Of course they're drinking Lone Star.
Drinking Lone Star, dude. It's in Texas.
They had cans and bottles. If you're the guy who showed up with cans, I mean, it's not a good look, right?
To a barbecue, I mean, it makes more sense so if you break a bottle, it doesn't go everywhere.
All right, now we need to defend Moxon here. His dad actually tried to run a crossing route.
He let him.
Harbor's dad just ran an 8-yard button hook. Those are not the same. Oh. You gonna bring up the past? At my barbecue.
Why are these guys here still? Like,
Chet, no one invites Chet.
Like
he knows about every event in town. I think he's the only one who reads that newsletter at the library. And who's
Chet's son? Like, why is he at practice?
Well, Chet, due to some stupid restraining order, is not allowed to see his son. Is it fair? No, but that's the world we live in. Wait, that's her dad? I thought that was... Oh, is she? She's Harbor's sister.
Yeah, her and Lance are...
Okay, I always forget about that. He's laughing, but he's dead inside. We all know that laugh. He's like, look, if I didn't have this puka shell necklace on, meaning I'm capable of doing anything, I wouldn't do this.
His mom's like so drunk. That's awesome. Remember the sweater V-neck? What happened to that? Like the short V, not the long V. Like
I think it was outlawed. Too many chicks got pregnant from it. By the way, this director right here, look at this tourism camera work. This is like Natural Born Killers type shit.
Boom.
Love it.
It's awesome. Actually, that's not a bad miss.
No, I mean, that'll hit a guy in the hand still.
Yeah, instead of, the chin, you hit him in the chest. That's fine.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping we'd see it.
This was soon. Way before, teachers had sex with students, too. At least it was reported. Now you hear a teacher-student relation sex thing like every week. But this girl is definitely... okay.
You had no idea. You had a way you wanted to end that sentence, and then you were like, well, this is on a podcast.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what to say. I remember when I was in high school and I'd have a teacher that was pretty good looking, and I'm like, man, she's not married. I'm like, she must be the craziest bitch to live with ever.
Or she's thrice divorced.
Yeah, or she's just in between marriages.
Of course, Billy Bob has a question. I tell you what, Moxon's puka shell necklace doesn't quit.
He's wearing the same outfit. So did they go to the barbecue at 7 a.m. and then go to class? Because he's wearing the same outfit.
Billy Bob has to bring 3 fucking outfits to school because he sweats through them by lunch.
Shit.
Well, they keep it so damn hot in here.
Maybe the air conditioning's broke in Texas.
No, it's not the fact that he's morbidly obese. That's not it.
Or he has a concussion. That might be it.
Yeah, and his entire immune system is malfunctioning due to brain hemorrhaging.
Once again, a Bro Force Squad tradition. We always look at the extras in here, and if they're, decently looking, we wonder if they slept with the director.
Look at Bucktooth McGee in the background behind Billy Bob.
Look at the blonde right behind Moxon, though.
Surprised that guy got out of the locker he was shoved in. Yo, this kid's in Not Another Teen Movie also.
Yeah, he is.
What the fuck?
Look at those sideburns.
Savage Garden wants their sideburns back. Savage Garden reference on the Bro Force Squad.
Jeff, truly, madly, deeply, those are the longest sideburns.
I knew I loved sideburns before I met. Billy Bob was like, can I go die in the hallway?
If I ever see a guy with a Savage Garden t-shirt at a bar,
I'm buying him a drink.
I would be like, dude, I have $80 in my fucking wallet if you give me that shirt right now.
He'd be like, I'm not just going to give it away. The thing I love about Moxon, he's like, I'm in school, but I already know more than anyone here can teach me. That guy was always cool.
The bucktooth kid with the Nick Carter dyed hair in the back, who honestly looks like he's transitioning, but it's 1999, so that's not a thing yet.
You have to slow play it. It has to be over 8 months. Who does that kid think he is laughing at the backup quarterback? I'm surprised he got out of the locker he was shoved in time to even make this class.
1999, he'd just be called a freak, but now he's called inspirational. It's awesome. It's crazy how time changes.
I bet now that I got a better look at it because the director knows what the fuck we want to see and zoomed in, I think Moxon made that necklace. What happened? Nothing.
He's fine.
Yeah, because the school nurse is equipped to handle this.
Fucking coach.
He's like, how do we shoot cortisone into your head? Why did these coaches... What is always rolled up in their fucking hand? Is that like
I don't
Is that
understand.
a menu at a diner that he just took? I don't get it. He's like, they say if I play, I'll die. He's like, but by the fourth quarter? Or, I'm only going to get a half out of you. No, I'm not going to play.
Nurse didn't think I should play. He's like, that whore? What does she know?
Sir, I don't want to tell you what I know about Nurse Joy, but if I need to, I will. I remember rolling up sleeves in your short sleeve shirt. That was always a nice play. I'll tell you what, that D-line has got to get some push-up field, Geiger. This is a joke.
Not getting any penetration at all.
This guy has all day. He's got a Justin's hat. Isn't that a tire repair service?
No, it's a boot company. It's the O-line, though. There's a couple of them, though, that SMU bought. They're going to Dallas in next year, so
they got a pretty good deal on. There's a BOGO at this school. Ooh, wow. Was this the triple option here, that fullback quick hitter? All right, Lance, get out there and just no injuries will happen.
This was one of the first movies, though, where the quarterback got hurt. Friday Night Lights, the TV series, took it a little bit farther and actually paralyzed the quarterback, which is actually kind of sad and wrong, but...
It's fine because Minka Kelly only cheated on him after that happened. Sorry, spoilers.
with Taylor Kitsch.
So it's almost like you can't blame him. I'd be worried about Billy Bob false starting when he dies here. When he just collapses.
That's an offside. Or, yeah, that's...
Did they snap the ball yet? Ooh, man. Gotta hang on to the ball there, Lance.
As a Raiders fan, this brings back really bad memories.
Who in particular?
Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah. At least he came back. Well, that's what you did, Coach.
At least he can go to Florida State and still get a good education.
God damn it. That was bad. That was a bad play. Billy Bob died. Lance's knee got destroyed. Does he lose his scholarship? Do we find out?
Yeah, because he basically has that kid from Notre Dame, Jalen Smith fucking thing. Like, he's going to be out for a year and a half, and then when he comes back, they don't even know if he can play again.
Yeah. Worth it, though, for these high school football games, you know?
It's the latest scene. John Voight's like, can you fix this? Can we shoot him up? Like, I don't think so. He just tore everything.
They're like, we can rebuild him.
Moxon.
He should play with the hat on, the cocky fuck. That's what I would do. Turn it backwards like Ken Griffey Jr. at the home run derby. I don't want to blame Billy Bob for having CTE, but I mean, where did that D line penetration come from? Was it the left guard or the right guard? You tell me.
They pitched a sequel to Hollywood, and it started with Billy Bob shooting himself in the head.
And somehow the pitch didn't get past that. Hollywood's like, no, we're good. They're like, you haven't
even
let
me.
me.
Will Smith said, wait a second, I like this script. Let me take that
Tell
and
the
make
truth.
something else.
Yeah. Let me do a really weird accent. And can we get Margot Robbie? No. All right, I guess I'll do it anyway.
And if you think he got stiffed on the Oscar nomination, watch the movie not in like any color and then talk to me. Because he sucked in that movie. It was terrible. It was one of the worst movies ever.
Tell the truth.
So
Luke
terrible.
Wilson was Roger Goodell, though. That was fun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a stunt. Moxon has this shit dissected from a mile away. 3-step drop, boom. Over the top. You see how he looked that safety off? That's 6.
This is classic, too, man. Remember, Trent Green goes out, Kurt Warner comes in, Drew Bledsoe goes out, Tom Brady comes in.
Heard of him?
Paul Walker goes out, James Vanderbeek comes in.
This is where you hold triangle in NCAA football. Same play. The Hornet's dancing. He doesn't know what the fuck's about to happen.
Hike it, Johnny.
See, I guess downs don't really matter here, but...
Why not just spike it?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Why does it say Kilmer's Coyote?
That's Bud Kilmer. That's the coach.
Oh, okay. There's no way Moxon got enough zip on that to knock out the formation.
I left something.
So you know we're gonna run my shit. It's gonna work though. Look at that. That's a good block downfield, and he plants that leg.
Awesome.
God damn it. Guy, you can't coach hustle.
As a former high school athlete, I can speak to this, though. Even if you win the game, if it's not the coach's call, he'll be pissed at you.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, because it's not like anyone knows who made the play call when they watch it.
Listen, my wife divorced me for a guy in better shape. This is all I fucking have. So if you're not going to listen to me, then I'm done. Fuck this.
This is the only place in my life where I don't get shit on.
Right. I hate doctors, too. He's just like, yeah, he's going to be out 3 years. He's done.
What'd he say?
Any chance for this season?
2-year lifetimes? Because the dad's like, well, my life went to shit, so no. This is bad acting. Can we just say that?
Hookah shell necklace again. Do you think Bud Kilmer ever even goes to get the mail without having a Coyotes jacket or shirt on?
I bet he doesn't own a damn thing that doesn't have the blue or the Coyote logo on it.
You ever seen Friday Night Tykes?
Oh yeah, that show's so great.
Those coaches even they're going to work and they have on their junior Broncos shirt on. I'm like, did you?
Their boss is like, you can't wear that here.
You honestly need.
He's like, it's game week. They're like, week? I think when Lance Harbor went down, we all died a little bit. We've all been in the car here with our wife or significant other. Like, I just don't want to talk about it. And then she takes her top off. And actually, now that the scene is progressing, I think it's losing any real-life relation that I originally had to it.
She knows who the starting quarterback is, though, doesn't she?
Someone keeps track of it. I would not want her in my fantasy league, the way she keeps up with these depth charts.
She definitely knows who has the hot hand.
It's a little ridiculous. Like, can we let the body, the body's still warm.
This is what Jalen Smith's girlfriend did. She's probably eating crow right now. He had a pretty good game last week.
I mean, modern science these days, you never know. I wouldn't take your top off just yet.
What if he was in surgery? It's it's just a broken finger. I'm out 3 to 4 weeks.
What's
you
that?
Fuck the backup?
Okay. I mean, I heard a couple different reports.
It's the left hand too. I could actually tape it up and play.
Don't even think I'll miss a game. Well, I mean, the party must go on.
For sure. Mox is a good friend, though.
Moxon's fucking class act. He's got some reading to do, you know?
Does she have any dresses that aren't tight as hell?
And immediately you become less appealing now that I know I can bang you anytime I want.
To anybody who was in the band in high school and were like, this is just a movie, chicks don't just throw yourself at because you're an athlete. Yes, they do.
Must be nice.
And my advice, just do it all you can because one day it'll be gone.
And also, if you were in the band in high school, you're probably our boss now, so we're going to be a little late into work tomorrow. I love people that are smartasses to cops because that's us.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's awesome being drunk, being a smartass to a cop. It's the greatest idea ever.
He's got a cup from the stadium.
Yeah. 16.
This is an iconic scene too, we have to say. Why do they want Billy? He's mad at Billy Bob because Harbor got hurt?
I guess, probably.
Love it.
This is awesome.
Now, you shouldn't be drinking that in season.
Coca-Cola. Get to the sixer.
That's my goal in life, is to have at one time and someone say, your money's no good here.
That'd be awesome.
Even if it's the fucking mini mart.
If someone just knew about our podcast and just, oh, you're from the Broforce Squad? Your money's no good here. Like, that's awesome.
They're like, no, you actually need to leave. We're not going to let you. Oh. You know you're a god when you're underage and you're just going to walk on the streets with an open container.
With a fucking Letterman's jacket, drinking beer.
Jinko
awesome.
Carpenter jeans and Timberlands. He's like, wow, the cops are really cracking down on underage drinking. Sophomore chicks don't do this with seniors.
No way. They're not even attracted to seniors just because they're older and can drive.
They only like people in their own grade. That accent is great. It's very, very good. This is where you start thinking, like, all right, my girlfriend, as I'm a 17-year-old in high school, are we really together? Are we on a break right now?
I mean, statistically, it's not going to go anywhere past college anyway.
Right, it's not going to last. And if it does, you're going to hate your life anyway.
Yeah. So you're always going to have regrets, and one of you is going to have a midlife crisis and wish that they, did a bunch of blow and blew a bunch of people in college. So you might as well just end it now.
Yeah, there's two. He found a fork in the road. 1, I bang these 3 sophomores. 2, I take pebbles and gently toss them at my girlfriend's window and whisper sweet nothings in her ear while we both don't have sex. And dry hump so hard that our zippers grind into our genitals. And he took the road less traveled. That's the type of guy that Mox is, He's an old soul.
Yeah, it's weird that after he wins the game, he wants to talk about the game, not just bang naked chicks in a cop car.
Isn't the whole reason you play the game? You know what? Maybe I just
must be what Tim Tebow was like in college.
Yeah. You'll never see anyone not bang as many chicks as me ever. God bless. Do you think it's fair that so the puka shell necklace when you're the backup elevates you to starter level of getting pussy. When you become the starter, I just think law of averages, you can't have both, right? Can't be the QB and have a puka shell necklace. Other guys want to hook up with chicks at the school too.
So this is what's great about Texas too. Like the bar is open at 7 a.m. They also serve breakfast, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Kilmer's back there going over plays or something.
Wait, Chet drinks?
Chet puts salt in his beer, which is the stupidest thing ever.
This bartender is literally going to die behind the bar. And
bull tie necklace.
It might be today.
Bull tie necklace and a vest.
Does Chet have an outfit that doesn't include a matching hat? Because I haven't seen it.
I say that quote all the time. Wieners on the glass at the Kiwanis Club? No good.
That's where we draw the line.
It's a very Art Briles thing to ask the cops.
Exactly. They're like, well, I mean, technically you're the police chief because
can you not handle it? No,
because you're the head coach and we're winning.
They're just kids, and kids rape people.
I mean, I think murder just gets swept under the rug these days. Innocent till proven guilty in our society. And last I checked, hearings don't really take place till after the season. Wow, at Waynesboro. Geiger, this is a trap game.
Home of the Broncos. We know we're going to get some home cooking here with the refs.
We'll see a few seconds tick off the clock that shouldn't have.
A lot of holding penalties on us.
Phantom holds. He's got to sell that play action more. Where's his second and third progression here?
Nice block by Tweedy.
Does any team's receivers block better downfield than New Cannon? I mean, it's unreal the wood that they're laying.
Like a Heinz Ward, every receiver.
Seriously. Wow, the Broncos, that logo could use some work. toasting your flask in the stands. Isn't the whole point of a flask is it's supposed to be a little secretive?
I love how the girlfriend starts getting jealous.
It's the best. It's the most realistic part of this movie. How does a teacher afford that on her salary, Geiger? You almost think there's an additional source of income.
I would think that she's just blowing some dude with money. That would make total sense.
All right, fair enough. I retract the question. I like this little shoulder emblem on Amy Smart's sweater.
I'll have to admit, I could have used a little more Paul Walker in this movie.
100%. And maybe I'm saying it because I just miss him now as a person. But I think the Lance Harbour-Moxon relationship in this, I will say this. It avoids a lot of the cliches of movies. Like, they could have just hated each other, you know? But they don't.
They're friends. It really, in the when they go to the strip club, it really turns up. Like, it really comes full circle. But he kind of just hides in the movie for about 45 minutes, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah. I do love, spoilers, if you haven't seen this movie, listen to movie commentary, the fuck are you doing? I love at the end when he comes back and basically coaches.
See, I don't like Amy Smart in this.
No, I don't either.
Like, you should just, like, have fun with it. I mean, the sophomore girl that was naked that wanted to fuck him was having fun.
I mean, if you're Mox, you're like, look, I'm going to be honest, babe. You're right now acting like an anchor to me, and we're about to fucking set sail. Yeah. I want you on board, but we can't have this kind of behavior. Especially in front of the media.
I don't want this to sound like a threat, but there's other chicks that want to bang me.
Okay? And I don't want this to sound like I cheated on you, but I did bang them. Okay? Well, whatever sign company that's making this is like, got a new order in. Surprised that this chick had time to put down her frozen margarita to actually look at a newspaper.
God, frozen margaritas are so good, though, aren't they?
They are, but if you're a 60-year-old housewife, maybe have a few less before lunch.
Is Wendell the only black guy on the team?
Also, hey, Wendell, real quick. That play doesn't work. We always screw it up. Man, if there was only a time designated to where we could work on things that we weren't good at in sports, what would you even call that, Geiger? What would you call such an activity?
First period French?
Yeah, probably something like that. Or maybe fucking practice.
Practice.
Do you think they feel bad when they realize
that... the actor Billy Bob's ever played anything in any movie that wasn't the fat, dumb, kind of funny guy?
I'm trying to picture him as like a scientist. God damn it. Hands of fucking... I mean, to be fair, his brain is bleeding all over his fucking skull. Oh, boy. In there? Man, Coach Kilmer, you got to know when to push and when to pull.
You think if Kilmer's defensive coordinator, who's really good, was caught in the showers with, let's say, an 8-year-old boy, that he would tell on him?
No, definitely. I mean, what's the team's record when he gets caught?
So this is a Penn State scenario. See, Kilmer's going to build him down and then just go eat lunch.
Tear him down? Yeah, tear him down, and then that's the end of the process.
Yeah, that's it.
But there's not another step? No.
No, then we have the game later that week. I just want to see Kilmer in, like a Panama City bar T-shirt or something he got on vacation or something like that. Just something like not Kilmer's Coyotes.
I bet he's like a cartoon character who just has 37 of the same shirt.
Do high schoolers really do this? Just like have premarital sex with different people.
No, that's why it's a movie, Geiger. We can live out things that are so outlandish they never happen.
You're right.
Honestly, Game of Thrones is more realistic than this.
It's true. She'd be by Mox's side, reading the Bible to him, and just waiting for him to come out so they can get married and maybe have sex 2 months after.
She just wants to show him her favorite verse. If you're Mox and you don't go, and there's nothing wrong with this, but you're gay. The great thing about like the mid-'90s, you could buy condoms on your credit card, and no one could even check your fucking statements, you know?
Honestly, comment below. I love this scene. Talk about the first time you ever bought condoms. Because some people actually buy rib. You're like, dude, like you don't want to destroy her.
I have no idea. Let's be honest. My dick is so small, it's not going to matter what's covering it. This kid is like the quintessential little brother.
Why doesn't he play on the football team?
I was just going to ask that. We could use a tight end.
He looks like a cover corner.
Right.
Or
another iconic
Banner's
scene.
thought a running quarterback.
Yeah. Is that her without makeup? Because my God.
If I'm coming over because you get a little,
gussied up?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You have a hoodie on.
At least get some shrimp cocktail out. Or a cheese plate. God forbid we entertain. Like, actually, I'd like to talk to you about this book I've been reading during the games when the defense is out there. What's Ellie Larder up to now? Why is she not in movies?
I bet she's on NCIS, one of them.
That's a good point.
Like an episode or something.
Yeah, that's a great fucking guess. I bet there's someone at CBS watching this right now if she isn't on NCIS who's like, can someone give me Allie Larder's phone number?
I want her to do a guest spot. Maybe she'd be Chris O'Donnell's love interest.
Chris says he can't work with her. God, of course he does. I'm going to give her the benefit of doubt and say she was in nicer clothes and then gave up on him like she said and changed into this.
Remember in high school when all you kind of wanted was a tug job through the jeans? Boy, have times have changed.
Man, have they ever. Remember when you would make people mixtapes?
All these songs, I can't write songs or play music, but if I could, these are songs I'd write for you.
I love how there's just 1,000 clearly visible guns.
Okay, she just got gussied up.
This is an iconic scene. Just do it, man. She did that really fast. Like, she's clearly done it before.
I don't think so, Jeff. I think they're just in love, and she wants to try to spice up the relationship, even though this is the first time they've ever been alone together.
I love the girl that's never been rejected and handles it like this.
But actually, if he did this, he would have her for life. This is the greatest ever. She thinks she's going to go to Florida State with him. There's no way. He's a quarterback at Florida State.
Honestly, I was less delusional when I was a kid dressing up as Darth Vader, thinking I was Darth Vader.
He's a quarterback at Florida State. What are you going to just...
Let's talk about what's possible. Could she go to Florida State? Yes.
I think she is one of the highest ones in the class. Granted, their class is a class of 80, but...
But it's not her versus some slut. It's her versus all these sluts.
All of them out there at Florida State.
And do we really need to get whipped cream all on this blanket? It's probably your mom's. All right, I gotta use the restroom. You keep the show going.
Give me a beer while you're up.
I got you.
So if you notice the director's lighting here, it's really spot on. It's awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to do my best collider to sound like a total stuck-up douchebag and talk about how directors suck, even though I don't direct at all. This movie isn't that long, but I know I keep saying this, that we need more Paul Walker. I need more Wendell, too. I thought his story was really stagnant until this scene came up, and then he's kind of telling you how he feels, because he definitely looks like a D1 recruit. He could go to like an A&M or something like that. Big question is, would Wendell kneel during the anthem, if this is how he felt, if this was remade today? Does Darcy ever just come to class with sweatpants on? Jeff is about done getting us beers. I don't know if he heard the question. Do you think Wendell would kneel during the anthem if this is remade today?
He'd put his fist up.
Oh, yeah, he would put his fist up. That's true. Kissing right in front of your girlfriend. She can't get pissed about that. There's some father and sons that kiss on the lips. Not me and my dad, because we're not fucking...
Because we're not weird. We're not in a cult. I love how even the teacher's like, you can't come to fucking chemistry class. I could, if Scott Caan's character in this movie did like a speaking tour around college campuses,
I would go.
I would attend that in a heartbeat.
And I would hope that he would like our podcast, because it's basically honorable mention. It's pretty hard to be in the Bro Force Squad Hall.
He's not a Hall of Famer,
close.
but he's getting votes. Yeah,
he's close. I love the guy in high school though that you consider a friend, and you're like, hey man, I'm having problems with this girl. He's like, just fuck someone else. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Huh, problem solved. What are these guys doing in the background here? We're long snapping? Do we need this other guy to just randomly, like, toss him the ball?
I miss high school, too, because you could eat fast food all the time and not gain a pound.
Yep.
And you could even like 5 a.m. It didn't even matter.
And you would never be hungover, no matter what you drank or how little water you drank.
I was never hungover in high school.
I wouldn't even drink water. People are like, yeah, you got to drink water. I was like, that's a thing? He's like, can I just get a fucking malt? I don't even want to bang you anymore. Any guy out there, if you wait 11 seconds to say no, just say you did it. Because at that point, you're caught red-handed anyway. Oh, I forgot what she does here. This is kind of fucked up.
You can't say that you haven't done anything with a girl because you've known her since she was 2 either. That doesn't work.
How did those things... Yeah, okay, so you didn't bone her?
A big-titted blonde. I knew her since I was 1. Why would I do that?
Yeah, and you've been trying to bang her the entire time. Amy Smart's accent sucks, too.
Yeah, and they did her a disservice because she's a really pretty girl, but they did not make her
They really dumbed her down.
And she's probably hotter than the blonde in real life, actually. Her and Starsky and Hutch, just friends. Like, she is hot as hell.
Just friends. She's a road trip.
Road trip. Yeah, I forgot about that.
By the way, Vanderbeek...
Road trip, she was the skanky blonde.
Yeah, Vanderbeek kind of looks like Breckin Meyer, now that I think about it.
Do you think it's weird that you could have the same actress, but if she plays just kind of the subdued chick, we think she sucks, but once she plays the skanky hot friend, we think she's the greatest thing ever.
Who makes a sex tape with a guy the first night he meets her? You're like,
maybe
right.
we're the problem. You ever think about that?
That's not it. If you at home think the Broforce squad is the problem, don't fucking tell us, please.
At the strip club.
How much are those? And I'm not talking about the shots.
Why is she the waitress? Shouldn't she be on stage in a little bit?
You gotta rotate, keep everybody fresh. To kill her. I'm sick of this guy, dude. Why go to a strip club then?
I don't think AFTA or wherever that thing has a problem with this movie because they're making the African American seem like the dude that wants to watch tape until about 9 o'clock at night and go to sleep
and then study. By the way, Roadhouse is our first movie commentary that I think contained nudity. This is our second, but this is substantial nudity. And good for us,
Whenever you're of legal age, there's a special bond between men whenever you go to your first strip club.
Absolutely. Billy Bob is the only guy here with bigger
strippers
tits
usually
than the
love you
chicks.
because the only people they see are fat, out-of-shape 45-year-old guys. You're just there to have fun.
Whose tits are bigger?
I don't know.
Actually, Billy Bob for a fat guy does not have big tits.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that big of rolls. He's just he's just solid.
They gave him a beer. He's like 2 seconds away from dying.
Hey, all these guys, you're the only one who came to visit me in the hospital. You're a good friend.
I think that just means everyone else sucks.
I fucked your girlfriend last week. What? Nothing.
God, I miss Paul Walker, man.
This is my favorite role he was ever in. I thought he was great. And this is a fantastic scene.
I love how she has like one outfit, because it works here too. It's almost too on the nose that she's a sex ed teacher in real life. Like, she could teach anything, math, and it would be less.
Once again, social media has ruined everything that was ever cool in life because 16-year-olds, kids can't keep their fucking mouth shut when the teacher puts out. Just go about your life. Who cares? Don't fucking blow the whistle on them.
And in a weird and very misogynistic statement, I didn't think this teacher was that attractive until her breasts were exposed. By the way, if you're a stripper, you can't be shook like this. You got to play through that.
Well, when your students are there.
Doesn't matter. You're a professional, Geiger. This is your work.
Summers off means strip club, I guess.
But if you're the fog machine guy, great work there. Topical?
I love Wendell's just like sleeping, but he has his glass up. It's so great.
I don't get it. Like, why go?
This is the greatest
We've
thing
all
ever.
been here.
We've all been here.
You know what? Let's cheers to this.
Yes.
And landing strip, great name for a strip club.
It might not be a strip club. It might be a party. It might. Who knows what it is. There's sometimes I was just drinking in the back of a truck in Missouri. I'm like, what is that thing? It's like, that's the sun. I'm like, it's coming up already?
Today? We're getting that?
Shit.
There's nothing better than when you go in a bar that's like dingy. There was a bar in New York City I used to go to. It was a fucking dungeon. It looked like people used to torture people there. And you would leave and be like, my God, we were there for much longer than a human being should be consuming alcohol.
There was one time when I was in college, I went to a casino and a strip club, and I came home, and my music was playing in my room. I said, I left my radio on. I was like, no, it's my fucking alarm to get up for work.
Oh.
It was the worst thing ever.
And did you go to work?
Yeah, I had to go mow lawns for like 8 hours that day. It was really fun for 3 hours.
Well, that'll sweat out the alcohol.
It was really fun for 3 hours, and then I went from drunk to hungover, and it wasn't so fun.
God, Bud Kilmer's team looks a little sluggish out there. I don't know what it is.
It must be the travel.
Bus lag. That's a thing.
30 minutes down the road. This is the greatest scene in this movie because AC/DC Thunderstruck. Anytime you hear that movie, or that song, I just get fucking jacked, even if I'm hungover.
How can you not? You don't have a soul if that doesn't get you going. I can be like making breakfast, that'll come on and be like, you know what? We're going from eggs to a fucking omelet. Let's go.
And actually, if you've never played the drinking game Thunderstruck, play it. Get about 6 guys.
Pause this right now and play it.
They each have to have 3 beers in their hand, and every time thunder is said, you got to drink, and you got to continuously drink until thunder is said again. And there's about 2 times in the song where you have to drink continuously for a minute and a half, and it fucks you up.
God, this D-line, look at that penetration. They're not even stunting,
This
Geiger.
is what I don't get. You got Wendell, Mox, and Tweeter who are hungover, and Billy Bob, but the rest of the team isn't, so why are they playing like shit?
Guys are missing blocks. I don't know. It's contagious. That's an Elway-like dive there.
Yeah. Super Bowl against the Falcons.
Why does every quarterback at West Canaan think they're a fucking dual-threat quarterback? You know, Wendell shouldn't be hungover at all, though.
No, he was drinking.
He was?
Yeah.
All right.
He was passed out.
Well, someone gave up on their principles once they saw the teacher stripping.
Honestly, though, if you leave this game and you saw Miss Davis's tits, kind of worth it. We'll take the loss.
What? That's one in the win, one in the loss column.
We'll make it up during the district tournament. We'll be fine.
Always love when your quarterback is head hunting, looking to make a tackle on his own pick.
This is one of the greatest things when he throws up through his his face mask.
Again, it's metaphorical. I really feel like for shit that we've all done.
He's like, God damn, dude. Once again,
look at that O-line just cleaning up
nobody
the
on
defensive
defense went to the strip club. They should be fined.
You know, they were off screen. We don't know what they did last night.
Were they fucking the mathematics teacher?
No, we were with him.
You got a field goal in there.
All right, they're on the board.
20-3. If you've ever tried to play
Is it halftime or is the game over? They lost?
Yeah, they lost. If you ever tried to play a sport hungover, which most anyone has ever, if you're working right now, you play golf hungover. But if you've ever tried to play a sport in high school or anything hungover, there's some actually that can do it. I could never do it.
No. I can really play sports sober. But you know what? This just shows you, and if you're a coach at home listening to this, I hope that this is where you have your come to Jesus moment. If you're Bud Kilmer, if people don't want to fight for you, they're going to get drunk and go to a strip club where their sex ed teacher works the night before, just out of disrespect to you.
Think Kilmer's ever fucked Miss Davis?
They made out and she caught him trying to steal second. You know, Kilmer has no leverage here. What are you going to do? Bench the only other quarterback on your roster?
Yeah. This isn't the NFL where you can sign like a McCown brother off waivers.
Yeah. Man, he's harsh. This is almost verbatim what my dad said to me one time when I swept the garage poorly. So what's Billy Bob's deal? Is he cut? Do I drop him?
No, they just made him ride on a different bus home. He had to go ride with the defensive team.
That's probably better for the gas mileage of the bus, to be honest.
I know, I should have invited you, Dad. Sorry.
Man, fridges used to suck. I love drinking like orange juice out of the fucking jug.
When you're in high school and you just got done lifting weights, I drank everything out of the fucking jug.
This is an iconic scene, too. I don't want your life.
I just want to play bass in my band.
Because they get me. Man, that fucking, like, hemp sweater, that was ahead of its time. No one has started to bust those out yet.
Bet his mom looked good back in the day before she drank so much.
And smoked 6-packs.
Yeah, just smoked like 6 packs a day.
There's another iconic scene, the talk with Billy Bob on the field.
Because you could just, in Texas, you can just rip buckshots on the 50-yard line in the field and no cop will come or anything.
He'd be like, you better have a bottle of Jack Daniels if you're doing that. He's like, I do, officer.
I do,
all right,
yeah.
have a good night.
All right, see you later. Be careful now.
Or don't.
Remember not to text and drive. Like, what? It's 1999. Okay. What if he shoots someone's like, oh, actually, that was my dad's, like, Salesman of the Year trophy. Fuck.
Well, you know, he blackballed some commission that year. Has Moxon still showered? He sprayed on Axe, so he should be good, I guess.
When you're the starting quarterback, you don't have to shower. Chicks like the smell of your own scent.
You're showered in pussy is what you're showered in. Man, you know people got some shit when they're talking to you and then they say mom.
This is a great scene. If you ever played sports, sports like are really fun, but they suck too. And it's because coaches and parents make them suck.
Very true. Can we just attribute all this to CTE? Like, what's really going on with... This is decent acting.
This is acting. Yeah,
this is good acting.
Good. And
Harbor's dad earlier.
A lot of people fucking rip Vanderbeek for not being that.
Vanderbeek can
fine
act,
in
dude.
this.
He can act.
He's fine in this. He's great in this. And no offense, I love Paul Walker. You love Paul Walker more than me. I love Paul Walker in this role. A great actor doesn't come to mind when I think of Paul Walker.
Sure,
I think
that's fair.
I think
he's just like a real dude who's a fucking actor.
A lot of his roles are fun, but you can't like Paul Walker in this movie and then bitch about Vanderbeek's acting.
Yo, the only thing people are like, oh, Dawson's Creek. Was that Vanderbeek or was that fucking Dawson's Creek, guys? Was that Katie Holmes and Josh Jackson and the stupid ass
dude? Dawson's Creek sucks no matter who you put in that, and he just did that for a lot of people. George Clooney did ER and then got into fucking movies. A lot of people have done shitty TV shows to get. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio was the next door neighbor in Growing Pains. So
yeah.
They do shit to get their foot in the door so they can do other stuff.
Man, he's just like pounding that JD. It's too much.
I feel bad for him though because this was right in the middle of Dawson's Creek, and he did this, which was definitely a Zac Efron type. I'm going to do an R-rated movie. I'm not a fucking, a boy toy Disney guy anymore. And he was fantastic in this. And then I don't know what happened. If his agent sucked, if no one hired him or anything.
I'm going to say this because I'm one beer away from being really drunk. James Vanderbeek is a talent. He's a much better writer than people even know. If you haven't seen his Power Rangers short, go on YouTube and watch it, and you'll have a whole new level of respect for him. Does he act in that too?
Yeah.
I think he does, right?
He's Rocky or something
I think he's
like
Rocky.
that.
Or Adam, one of the two. I think he's Rocky. But you don't know who he is. We fucking spoiled that too. Was this a college coach?
No, they went to his place to make sure that Moxon stuck to the game plan of running the ball.
What's that?
Oh, it's just a letter from Brown University, one of the most prestigious colleges of the year. But his dad's like, listen,
an Ivy League school?
We got district this week. You can't be fucking thinking about college.
Yeah, you can't think about your life because I need to drink 11 Coors Heavies and go to your game. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Honestly, Dad, you fucked up. I'm alive. Okay. I clearly don't understand.
Can you believe it?
No, because it's not true. Yeah, I'll say this about Billy Bob. Dude gets a fucking buzz, or like a fucking fresh cut at least 3 times a week.
Hold on, Miss Davis is on the screen.
Oh, yeah, beg your pardon. Yeah, as long as you keep your hair up in a bun and dress like that. God damn it.
There's not like a strapping young man in West Canaan that would date her.
You know, she's not looking for just a guy, Geiger.
Chet
She's
single?
looking for the right. Yeah. Think about what you just asked. Is Chet single? No fucking way.
Chet's like, I got a chick for each day of the week, if you know what I mean.
Bud Kilmer doesn't understand. He has no leverage.
I gotta piss. Can you keep this thing going?
I will run this train. Also, the way he squints his eyes, like, bro, just get fucking sunglasses. You don't have to... This is what we call a dick measuring contest. Now, see, Moxon, God rest his soul, is he alive? He's fake. Who the fuck knows? You don't divert eye contact in a dick measuring contest. That's basically punting the football at this point. But now Kilmer's wondering, okay, this guy's a fucking enigma. What's going on? Did I get the upper hand? Or is he so aloof that the typical mind games can't even suppress him? I don't know now. And you know what? You know what Bud Kilmer doesn't want to fucking deal with? A wild card. And he's fucking got one. And he's playing QB1 right now. We've all been here, hey, I haven't got laid in 4 days. And you're like, all right, who's on the depth chart buried? And you go to her house, look. And then you forget like how you fucked up. Because you fucked up with like 4 girls. You're like, I didn't mean to make out with Melissa. She's like, you made out with Melissa? You're like, damn it, that was the other girl that I fucked up with.
Bud Kilmer can't bench Moxon, though, because he knows what he has with Moxon.
Yeah. He's a known quantity.
And the backup
If you bench him, they got to go like with a running back and just run option style.
Well, the backup's black, so he doesn't want to do that. Because he doesn't know what he has with
the
him.
black up. Amy Smart seems like the type of person. So you know Daniel Day-Lewis stays in character for years. The second they say cut, she's dropping the accent. And I want something in between. Don't go home and talk like that, but like when you're on set, can we...
How old was McConaughey during... I'm sure there's Texas actors that they could have gotten to maybe... Or there's a bunch of Southern actors that they could have gotten to play these roles. 99, was that before A Time to Kill? After? But there's some Texas actors they could have got to play these roles. The Southern accents are laid on kind of thick. I guess I can understand people getting kind of sick of them. But if you ever come to the South, they're pretty close.
I just don't feel... Like, if you notice it, then I don't feel like it's realistic. Is that unfair to say? Absolutely. God, the director style. See how he angles the camera? It's like I'm there. It's like I'm fucking there.
God bless Coach Kilmer.
Jesus Christ. This prayer is like, let the defense bite on our play actions. Is this field turf? We haven't seen that yet, have we?
No.
Wow.
But this is districts, so shit's rising to the top.
Shit.
I think this movie is way better than Friday Night Lights. Honestly, I think Friday Night Lights. I think the book was way better. And finally, I can talk about something where I've actually read the book. It's not like Game of Thrones or anything. The book is way better. This movie has it's serious at times. It's fun at times. It has great actors in it.
Here's the reason the only thing that I think it is different about Friday Night Lights that I like is it's shown from the coach's perspective, which is kind of cool to see. Like, what is...
I like the Friday Night Lights show in spurts. Like, I like the first season. The second season I can do without. It gets to CW for me. And the third season's okay when J.D. McCoy comes in.
I only watched the first season. That's all I watched. Is that Michael B. Jordan? Is J.D. McCoy?
No. J.D. McCoy is... He played like Peter Pan in like a live-action movie. But it has a good storyline to it. The second season's stupid.
Yeah, I only watched season
CW.
1.
The season 1's pretty good. And Connie Britton's a babe.
Connie Britton is
wife.
ageless.
My
she
God.
gets better with age.
Her and Christy Brinkley are still as hot as any 22-year-old on the planet.
And they're
right
totally
now.
natural, which is great too. You know, Geiger, they say that special teams is where you win and lose the game.
Who says that?
Yep. Coach him up, Kilmer. Fuck.
Other than Fast and the Furious 7, with the last Paul Walker scene that
rest in peace,
makes
Paul.
you cry as much as when Mufasa dies, this movie makes me miss Paul Walker as much as anything.
When he comes down to the sideline, it's incredible.
Yeah. Because
Wendell's low on the shoulder here, getting that extra yard.
He is. He's Marshawnning bitches.
He's got another gear here. That's a horse
collar.
Horse collar.
Throw the flag!
That's a flag. This guy has one hat, and he's going to run it into the fucking ground.
I do love... I'm from the Midwest, and I do love how people will wear their nice jeans, a button-up shirt, to have a picture taken with their wife for, like, wedding pictures, but they're like, I'm going to wear my fucking hat, though.
The phrase nice jeans is just still incredible to me. And what? No. I do love the clap in unison in the huddle. Nothing brings people closer together. Great pancake blocks here by Wes Kanan.
This was before the no huddle was popular too in 1999. Wendell's so happy he finally got in the fucking end zone.
The left side of that Wes Kanan O-line, they can lay some wood. Did he audible from his play?
Yeah, because he won't ever let Wendell score, apparently.
Do you think it's a racial thing in Texas?
No, not in 1999.
Yeah.
That race didn't happen until around when Trump got in office.
Man, what was that play? Was that special teams?
Look at that, little Ozzie Smith. That's nice.
Wow, that's a flag, though. This is still high school, son.
No fun league.
There was an ad on the scoreboard that said the movie store.
This is where Wendell gets hurt.
I forgot about this scene. His hammy. This one, well, okay, we'll live through it live because Moxon might be wandering by the training room at halftime and see something.
See, this just looks like a pulled hamstring. Not really that big a deal. Probably out like a couple of weeks.
You heard a pop. The old trainer. You mean the guy who you just paid literally doesn't even have any medical license. He just shoots fucking cortisone at people.
Wonder what happened to this quarterback. I bet he went to college somewhere. Maybe Texas Tech.
Wow, the taunting. We're going to do that? And the dance?
This is a little too much.
That's a flag even in the NFL. The kick flip to get up is the coolest part to me. That's Keno from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Shit. I ain't interested. Fuck you, coach. You know, Kilmer, he just doesn't get it. It's not about winning. It's about Kilmer.
Those helmets are badass, though, with the coyote on the side.
We should get some Wes Kanan gear, don't you think?
I'm sure there's Kilmer Coyotes, like, shit on the internet.
I saw a dude, and I tried to buy him a drink, but he thought I was a fucking psycho. If you're out there listening, he had a Charlie Banks Mighty Ducks jersey on at the bar. If someone had a Charlie Banks Hawks jersey, that's the most Geiger thing I've ever heard in my life. You would buy his Hawks jersey.
And by the way, guys, if this is still popular in high school to get... Well, hold on. Good scene.
Great scene. Dedication, right. You gotta be kidding me, man. Love it. They're just objects to you, Coach Kilmer.
Like women.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. Got to stand up for what you believe in. He said he's out, Kilmer.
Jesus.
You just lost your team, coach.
This is such a great scene. He's like, you're going to go kill him.
Bud Kilmer, I bet he's never done that to a woman when she said no, right?
I'm sure anyone that's been to a small town, too, is there's always a 55-year-old guy that you hear back in the 70s was the toughest son of a bitch ever, and he tries to fight a high school kid. I'm like, dude, usually it doesn't work. I mean,
and by usually, we mean every fucking time.
I'm just saying, you know, I know you're tough and you watch Clint Eastwood and John Wayne movies, but you probably shouldn't pick a fight with a 23-year-old guy that's on testosterone that lifts weights every fucking day. You just probably shouldn't do it. Just watch the sunset in your rocking chair, talk about the old times, but just kind of get out of the way. That's a great scene, too, where he's just kind of knows that he's done.
It's over, bro.
It's over.
God, what if they made him fucking walk out there by himself? It'd be like me at prom. Except he probably got laid at the end. I could have pissed. Matt Geiger shows
also, if this is still popular in high school to give your letter jacket to a girl, give it to your mom on senior night. Chicks dig that. I'll take your questions now at 888-787-1463. Call me up. Talk about whatever you want. Definitely the most dramatic scene of the movie. And Vanderbeek's about to do an awesome monologue.
go out there, we have that scared. All of that is we go out there. We give it absolutely everything.
Can we say this is the best monologue ever in a sports football movie, other than maybe Pacino in A Given Sunday? But this is fucking fantastic.
The inches?
You're tearing this team apart.
God, we've talked about best slow claps in movies. This one is fucking up there. Although it's weird that they have a 41-year-old extra trying to play a high school player. This is played at sports stadiums, like when the team's trying to come back. This would be so fucking cool if your coach quit.
Can I say something without people judging me? Paul Walker was too good looking to die. There's a lot of ugly people in the world that probably should have went before him. Is that bad to say?
Well, no, it's true.
He's just a too good looking dude to die.
But the thing that I loved about Paul Walker is, like, he was just a regular fucking dude, man. He was not about Hollywood.
That's the one thing is, you know, people can kind of talk about, oh, he could only do one role and stuff, but the one role he did was fucking awesome. Yeah.
And he knew that too. He wasn't like...
If you're great at one thing and do it and bring joy to people, that's fine. But he wasn't the douchebag that, you know, would be all political and stuff in Hollywood. He just did his thing, man, and went home to his wife and kids, and it's sad that he's gone. It really is.
It really is. That's a red Solo Cup, guarantee. I love that he's coaching the team now. Did Tweeter just invent the no-huddle offense?
Yes, right here. It's kind of like in the Will Ferrell movie when they invented the alley-oop and everyone's like, what the fuck
Here's the alley, and there's the oop. I got to say this.
Coffee black.
The thing that I'll always love about this movie, and I said it earlier, but I got to reiterate it, the Lance Harbor, John Moxon relationship, they could have gone super cliche, like they hate each other.
Yeah.
Lance Harbor's some douchebag. They didn't, and that's what I fucking love about this movie.
They've always been friends. Moxon was never jealous of him or anything. He didn't
Moxon
really want to
care,
play.
man.
He just wanted to go to Brown and get a fucking degree and make a shit ton
Kurt
of money.
Vonnegut on the sideline.
He even said the first scene, he's like, don't even think about Lance going down. That'd be a disaster. Like, pray for his health.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. How tight that spiral is, Geiger.
That's awesome.
Drop it out a fucking dime. Oh, you like sports now, Amy Smart? I don't like her character in this movie, man.
I hate her.
She's bad.
She wears off on me.
You know what I am going to do after this movie commentary is go buy some quality Justin's boots. Pack your shit up. Look at fucking old desktop computers. Oh my god.
Think he played Duke Nukem on that computer?
Or Wolfenstein.
He was more Wolfenstein, but he tried to help out the Nazis.
By the way, if you tweet at us anything about Wolfenstein, you're getting on the next fucking podcast at Bro4 Squad.
Or Booger Man on Sega Genesis.
I love this director's. It's a great fucking directing tactic. Guys looking in any sort of reflective surface, trophy. It's usually not a mirror. It's like a car window or something. And then the director turns the fucking camera to show the reflection of his face. If you're a director out there, an aspiring director, use that shit. It gets chicks wet.
I looked in the reflection. I didn't notice the person looking back at me. Of course, I knew it was me. I know what I fucking look like.
Right, absolutely. But I didn't recognize them anymore.
Yeah.
What's the play?
Put me in there.
All right, that's a fucking sales pitch, Billy Bob.
I wish there was a movie where the running back says, give me the ball, I'll get the next 20 yards, and he gets stuck like three yards behind the line.
And he's like, why did I listen to you?
Shit.
He's like, I honestly, Coach,
I had it if he would have blocked that
Coach,
dude.
I'm telling you, watch the penetration by the D-tackle on film. We'll see it tomorrow.
He just wanted it more than I did. Well, that's not true because you're really convincing.
This is where the soundtrack comes
Foo Fighters, and Tweeter jumps over him.
This is illegal now, right? Does he leap off of him? No, he doesn't.
I don't know, you're a Seahawks fan. You guys started it.
Oh, I'm sorry that we found a rule we weren't allowed to use. You know what else is a great rule? The tuck rule.
That's low, you son of a bitch.
You came at me first, you snake. All right, truce. I'm sorry.
Wait, that's not a truce. That cost us a Super Bowl.
I'm sorry.
That cost us a Super Bowl, and that fucking thing you did was actually kind of cool.
Okay. God, Moxon, I'll say this. For a backup quarterback, guy can command a huddle, you know? A lot of times those guys get in there and they're just, hey, bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Good plant.
Get out of bounds! You don't have any timeouts?
No timeout?
Oh, my God.
Tweeter, are you fucking kidding me? Why do we even have practice?
He didn't get out.
See, the defense knows they're running that out.
I was from the 79 team. We got second district.
State runner-ups. Would have been first if the damn ref wasn't from Cedarville.
Okay, 1, 2. That cost him 2 seconds instead of just spiking it. Once again, I mean, it's funny for the movie, but it makes no sense.
And that's if the clock operator stops it at the exact time.
And that guy's 32, so why is he...
And honestly, what was he doing? It's called his fucking job. I'm sorry.
I love Paul Walker there. He's like hooking ladder, and he just kind of laughs. He's like, yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
But why would you run this to Billy Bob? I've never seen this run to a lineman. It's better to give it to another receiver anyway. This is one of my favorite sports plays. This and the off-the-backboard alley-oop.
And by the way, putting your finger in your mouth and pretending to climb a ladder is just like a coach on third yelling at the guy on first, steal second. Do you think the other team would know what you're kind of running?
No, come on. Motion, we got a motion, man. You know what I always feel bad about in these movies? There
Pick
are so
up that
many...
block.
That's a good swim move to get off the line. So Tweeter catches it in laterals, right? He's going to sit. The defense will give them that, you know? With this much time left, they'll give him that.
Tweeter's really good at reading his zone defenses, just setting in the soft end of his zone.
This is actually what Boise State ran against OU.
No, it's not. It's Statue of Liberty.
Well, that was in overtime. They ran the hook and ladder to get to overtime.
Where's that coach at now? Washington?
Yeah, he's actually doing really well. Chris Peterson.
Yeah.
They're like top 5. Billy Bob, you know the fucking play.
Isn't Boise State to Washington kind of a sideways move?
I mean, the way he built him up, yeah. That Dan Hawkins guy who was there first, he went to Colorado and sucked dick.
Yeah. God, this is a great movie.
It's the score. So they know when to. Banner would love this. They know when to flip between the soundtrack and the score right here, which is fucking huge.
Because this is the score, I believe, from the first scene, which they're back to being kids again. Just, playing, having
just
fun.
In the fucking backyard, Johnny Moxon and... Wow, who isn't on crutches on this? We're running out of crutches
How fun was it whenever you had 5 of your friends in the backyard playing offense versus defense? You're like, you run lefts, do a fucking slant, you run a comeback right. So much fucking fun.
That's what life is about.
Chet likes it.
Surprised Chet could find time in his busy fucking schedule to come to this high school football game.
Whereas Cat Bulldozing Company is, kind of going under, so...
We need some swag with a Coyotes logo. If I'm Moxon, I wouldn't even fucking look at her. You and Lance are cool, bro. You don't have to keep pity banging his sister. Or pity dry humping his sister, because there's no way she puts out, right?
I think she kind of,
That's worse.
Licked on his knee for a little bit, and then she's like, I can't do this.
That's worse, though, dude. If she's, going to get you ready to go and then, cuts you off. I love actor narration at the end of the movie.
I gotta tell you, man, Vanderbeek's monologues in this is good, fucking great.
Yo, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make an official statement as the Broforce Squad. We think Vanderbeek needs to stop getting made fun of because dude is a fucking talent.
He can act.
He can act.
Really can.
And he's an even better writer. How they get beer on the
Tweeter
field?
drinks beer.
Some things in life just make sense.
He found his calling as a football coach. Randall got his own brand.
This is sad because Paul Walker's not with us.
That's not true. People move statues all the time in 2017.
Ask Penn State.
Robert E. Lee.
That's one thing I love about Friday Night Lights. It gets you really sentimental because at the end they do the "Where Are They Now?"
Yeah.
And it's with that dun 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 dun, and they like walk through the parking lot and they disappear.
Every movie should do in the future, like, what are they doing now? Kind of like Sandlot did.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That's the coolest part because you get really invested in these characters. You're like, I kind of want to know what the
fuck
fuck
if you do a
happens
movie
after
right,
this.
like they did it, you get invested in these characters you want to fucking know. That's awesome.
And that was Varsity Blues, guys, the Bro Force Squad's official
What are
movie
you doing?
commentary.
I'm hosting.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to let
That
people
was
know
Varsity Blues. Well,
what they
you already-
just saw.
You already fucking
I mean,
said
you could do it again,
No,
but you
go
won't
ahead,
do
take
it better.
What
No,
do we
it's
do-
your
What do we
thing.
do now?
You're crying.
Do we still do after shit?
Let's do an anthology movie.
Okay, go ahead. What's your anthology movie, Jeff? To Varsity Blues.
All right. Well, my anthology movie. Man, I'm literally gonna make this up right now. I have no fucking idea. Okay, my anthology movie is Billy Bob gets No, here's what he does. He starts eating these really healthy sandwiches from a fast food chain. And he basically has a come to Jesus moment. He looks in the mirror and he says, Billy Bob, you're going to fucking eat yourself to death tonight if you don't do this. So he starts eating sandwiches with 7 grams of fat if you get the whole wheat and no dressing. And he loses a lot of weight. And he becomes, honestly, an inspiration to a lot of fucking people and changes a lot of lives. And then it comes out that actually he's been a pedophile his entire life. Unfortunately, but honestly, looking at that haircut, the writing was on the wall. We all should have fucking seen this. And he goes to jail, and he gets fat again, and he gets prison raped a lot. And what I'm actually talking about is Jared Fogle, because fuck that guy. But also, I think we need to see it from the actual way that it happened. And the rise and fall and the false idol, as Bane would say, this false idol is the best way to describe the Billy Bob / Jared Fogle story. Yeah.
So mine is Varsity Blues is actually a trilogy. And Varsity Blues is a third movie in it. The first movie was Roadhouse.
Oh, yes.
And the second movie has not been made yet because Billy Bob's dad is the dude that wears the cat bulldozing hat in Roadhouse.
Is his throat ripped out in the movie? I can't remember.
Absolutely, by Patrick Swayze.
Of course.
And in the center, the movie still has to be made. It's basically about him having Billy Bob and him screaming at Billy Bob during Pee Wee football. But we want to do movie commentary on that movie when it comes out. We've already done one on Roadhouse if you want to check it out.
We'll bridge the gap.
We would love you to check it out, but MGM is actually suing us because...
This is not a joke.
Yeah, we did one on them, but I think we're going to beat them in court. So the second one, hopefully MGM will just like let us kind of do our own thing and not be like total bitches. How about this, MGM? Why don't you fucking make a movie besides Creed in the last 20 years that's actually worth the fuck?
Instead of trying to take the Broforce Squad's 8 cents off YouTube for revenue.
Bring up Billy Bob and the dude with the cat bulldozing hat in Roadhouse, though. They're identical. They're definitely father and son.
And hey, MGM, we just did your job for you. Thanks for the casino, but like if you're not a movie studio anymore, stop. It's over.
So we're the Broforce Squad. Check us out, www.broforcesquad.com. We got our squad blog up there that we drop about every week. We got a Broforce Squad Hall of Fame that we think you guys will like. At Broforce Squad is our Twitter handle. Tweet at us, follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube and iTunes. Until then, we'll see you next time for one of our world famous movie commentaries.
You know, if like Tweeter's life went downhill, you'd say, because that's what Tweeter does. He doesn't have.
10.